engagement is the next important thing as well, I think. Um, Chuck out all the worksheets and all the colouring in sheets and things, because let's face it, they're boring, and young people learn very little if they're sitting down doing worksheets. And I found this out when I first tried to get a bit of map reading done and a bit of orienteering. So we're doing sort of navigation level one, and so it's compass points, and it's very very basic grid references. And we sat down and found some really good materials, which are actually designed for schools to help them do this, and it was a disaster. And all the kids were some were engaged, a lot of them were just not getting it at all, and it was mainly the young people with neurodiversities who just couldn't sit down and concentrate on those kinds of things. So I decided we'll leave it for a term. Next term I did it. Uh, we did it in two ways. The first one we did is I've got old World War II bomb maps because we're in London, so I've got bomb maps of London, and I got a big ordnance survey map, and I found all their postcodes and found the grid reference of where they lived. I said, first thing you can do is find where you live on the OS map with this grid reference, and make a little flag, and this is your own flag you design, and stick your flag there with a bit of blue tack. Okay, and then we're going to play Battleships. So you get the World War II maps, excuse me, and work out what was bombed on World War II maps. And if your house was bombed, okay, you're going to bomb it.
You're wiped out.
Then, not only do they have a really cool history lesson, but they've just learnt about grid references and how to use six-figure grid references on the Ordnance Survey map. In fact, two maps, and transpose it. And then we did a bit of a hike. So we walked around to various bomb spots, but of course they had to map out the routes, and so they learned route planning and how to use compasses, because you know I'm not going to ask them to turn left down the street or right down the street. It's going to be okay. Now go south down this road, and then where do you want to go next? We want to go east. Where's east? Is it left or right? So we transformed a really, really boring, dry activity into something where first they're actually going to find out where things are bombed and blown up and stuff, which is quite cool anyway. And was their house blown up? Or even more cooler, was their school blown up? And then we went out and did it for real. So a little bit of thought into how to make things a bit more interesting, it also goes a long way. But yeah, definitely colouring in. No.
Where's it gone?